Quick history. Equipping you with knowledge of the past. Does Britain owe reparations to India? Throughout the British Empire series to date, we have focused mainly upon the positives of British rule, such as transportation advancements and lawmaking, while also acknowledging the negative impacts, such as famines and racist policies. In this video, we're going to evaluate the positive and negative influences of British colonialism upon India, arriving at a judgment as to whether reparations should be owed. First, let's tackle what the term reparations indicates. To put it simply, it's the procedure of making amends to those who have been maltreated by rendering payment or other forms of compensation. So, if Britain owes India reparations based upon the two countries' colonial past, the nation would need to provide approximately £36 trillion. Putting this figure into perspective with the British economy today, the value would take just over 3.5 full years to be reimbursed. Thus, repaying the entirety of the money, even in sections, would be out of the question. It is also essential to regard that humanity and rights have evolved from hundreds of years ago. Clauses and statements exist within legislations to protect the population, and every death is accounted for. Visibly apparent, our mindset has enhanced extensively. Also, the British Empire colonized India in the 18th to the 20th century, when views were very different in association with today. For one, the idea of commanding a nation that another country had no freedom to do so would offend and appall people around the globe. The principal aim brought forward here is that civilization was different then. Thus, while we can interpret the facts, each and every opinion years ago is impossible to acquire. In a further extension, the British Empire presented many positives, albeit for the personal interest of the British, and rather unplanned gifts for India, which many perceive today as an enduring benefit influencing the population. For example, railways, the English language, and democracy were all positives. This is further supported by data analysis, which forecasts that India will become the second largest economy by 2050. This further raises the thought, does India really need reparations? With an economic growth rate incomprehensible and an economy relative to the UK, both countries have somewhat equalized in monetary value. Learning from the blunders in the past, they have a shared perception of the future. In conclusion, considering the past circumstances, viewpoints, and practicality, it's safe to say Britain should recognize their errors, injustices, and the notion of reparations being owed to India, though instead of a financial implication, perhaps a formal written apology to start afresh will be thoroughly suited, an approach that has already been administered within Parliament and through many visits to India from those in authority. Here's a nice reflection. Let's learn from the past to appreciate the present and enhance the future. Subscribe, sound that notification bell, share, and give this video a thumbs up. Quick history.